Hi, it's Marielle here, and I just wanted to do another video on some transgender topics. And today I want to talk about transitioning, which is obviously huge, but a lot of people really don't understand what goes into transitioning if you're a trans person. And I just was trying to think about it today, and I thought of like 5 things that are really critical to transitioning. And if you're a trans person, probably one of the first things is the legal piece. You probably want to change your name, your legal name, and some of your other documents like getting a new passport, getting a new driver's license, maybe even a new birth certificate. That's just one aspect of it. There's other places too, like Social Security, and certainly for drivers, um, being a young male versus being a young female changes your rates on your insurance, auto insurance. So something to think about. Another piece is the medical piece. Um, most trans people opt to um, take hormones, and they'll need to see a doctor. And the hormones affect the body. They change the way we look. They change our body shape somewhat. Um, and a lot of times they change how we feel. For some, but not all people, um, surgery may be an option, and that's a very individual decision. Um, some people choose to do it um, because they feel it's very important. Other people are afraid of surgery and choose not to do it. Other people may not financially have the means to do it or the insurance coverage to do surgery. Or some people just may be in a relationship with a partner that sexually works out for them with whatever they came with at birth. So really, medical is pretty wide open. Frequently, it's, as I said, hormones are involved. And then there is the physical piece. And certainly, I don't look like I did before. I dress differently. I wear makeup that I wouldn't have worn in my male life, jewelry. I certainly wouldn't have worn a skirt like this before, but it's a very physical thing that makes a huge difference to both how we're viewed and how the world sees us. Which brings me up to another part of transitioning that is often neglected, and that's the social piece. And the social piece is really something people don't think about. Um, but really, before I transitioned and was male, I felt like I was pretty much invisible. Um, And as a female, I feel like I'm very visible, and I don't feel like it's because I'm a stark raving beauty. Um, I just feel that women get a lot of, for good or bad, attention, um, both from men and actually from other women. We're constantly being judged on our clothing, on our hairstyle, on our makeup, and it's good and it's both good and bad, and it takes some getting used to. Um, I like it for the most part. Um, at times, it can be kind of creepy if guys are looking at you. Certainly, in the beginning of a transition, it's really hard because you may not look male or female or look like you're straddling a fence, and certainly you get misgendered. But as you go through the transition, um, which we're talking about here, you tend to look more like maybe you want to look, and you fit in a little better, which is great. Um, socially, there's other aspects too that I found really amazing. Um, I have found incredible support from my female friends, and it took a little while for me to get used to people saying, "Hey, girlfriend," and they met me. And when I used the term girlfriend, it meant a girl I was dating. And it's kind of a seed change, but it feels really good to feel that you've kind of got some quote unquote sisters out there backing you up. Um, some men also, in my case as a trans woman, are resistant to me. I think once they get to know me, um, it changes. I think men think for some reason it becomes a homophobic thing, that this transgender piece, and it's not that at all. It's not that at all. It shouldn't even be considered in that way. Um, I think the last piece is the emotional piece, because um, changing your gender is a huge, huge thing. And when I started out and people said, "You are so brave, you are so strong," I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Um, I'm just desperate. I can't go on living as who I've been for the past, in my case, it was 50 years. But looking back, I see how strong you really have to be, because um, there is a lot of loss for most people, um, and it comes in different forms. Um, I lost family over this. Probably I've lost some friends over this. Um, I lost um, maybe a career over this. It's hard to say. I was in a very male dominated career, and it's hard to get back into it. Um, on the plus side, I feel like what I've gained has so far outpaced what I've lost. It's just different. And um, I don't regret transitioning for a moment. I feel like it's made me a better person. It's given me insight into um, obviously what it means to be a woman, and it's given me better insight into what it means to be a man, which is really kind of bizarre after having lived as a man for 50 years. Um, it's just such a phenomenal learning experience, and it's been quite a journey, and I'm glad I made it. So I hope that this helps maybe somebody who's in the process of transitioning, who's thinking of transitioning, has a family member who's transitioning, or just wants to know what is involved in being a transgender person who is transitioning, because that term is just bandied around so much. Um, so I hope to do some more videos. I'd like to do some on the myths of trans people, because we're misunderstood in many ways. So I'm going to sign off here, and thanks for watching.